What's up, guys? So, 'twas the night before Harley released the new models, and I thought I would do a little video on it. So far, Harley Davidson has announced some of 2025 models, and basically those models have seen no improvements except in price. They've seen a price improvement, not on our side, but on their side. I think the Street Glide and Road Glide went up about 7% or close to $2,000. And the Road King itself, it went up like 3%. And then I looked at the trikes, and the trikes seem to be the exact same price. So I don't know, I don't understand that. I mean, does that make any sense to you? How can they produce the trikes for the same price, but they can't produce the other bikes for the same price? Anyway, let's get into all of this here in just a second. Here we go. All right, guys. So, like I said, the whole trike thing doesn't make any sense to me, but it doesn't matter. Moving on. I'm not a trike buyer anyway, so it's irrelevant to me. There's three groups that they have not announced anything about. And that is the cruisers, which is your Heritage, Softail, all your Softail models, right? Fatboy, Breakout, all of those. And then the Sportster, so they haven't announced anything on the Sportster, and they haven't announced anything on the Pan America Adventure Touring. So those three, we're expecting announcements on tomorrow, along with any CVOs they have. They have not announced CVOs yet. So that's what we're looking at tomorrow. That was loud. Anyway, but what I wanted to talk about in today's video is the Harley Davidson Fatboy. They haven't announced what they're doing for this year, but it's the 35th anniversary. So I imagine there's going to be a 35th anniversary edition. But the one thing I haven't heard anybody say anything about is it's also the 20-year anniversary for the Harley Davidson Cvo. That one right there. Or that one back there. Anyway, it's the 20th anniversary for the original Harley Davidson Cvo 2005. So I think they need to do a CVO this year for the Harley Davidson Fatboy. I doubt I'm going to get one. I've heard people talking about maybe the lowrider getting a CVO, but I don't even think that's real hopeful. I imagine there's going to be a Road Glide and there's going to be a Street Glide CVO and maybe a trike, but I don't see any other CVOs. I don't know whether they do the Pan American CVO or not again. I don't know if they sold the ones they did last year. I have heard a rumor of a Pan America ST, and I heard that through my buddy Mike with Riding in the Ozarks. So you should go check out his video. You should go check out all his videos. He'll give you all the in-depth coverage of the new 2025s. And he owns a 2024, so he can tell you the goods, the bads, the indifference. I do know that they've got some new paint schemes this year. Those are like $2,200 on top of the $2,000 they've already added to the price. So I don't know. I think if it were me personally, I would buy a 24, one of the leftover 24s, so I could get me a good deal on it. And then I would take the $4,000 I'm saving if I really wanted a custom paint job, and I would just take it to a shop, have a one-off custom paint job instead of a one of however many. That's the other thing I don't know. So these new paint schemes that they have, the special paint schemes you're paying $2,200 for, are they numbered? And if so, how many? What's that number? Does anybody know out there? Comments below. Maybe they'll answer that question tomorrow too. I doubt it. They're already out. So somebody out there probably knows, but I feel like they're just a custom paint scheme and there's no like numbering or anything to them, which is another. I mean, if you're gonna do it, you're gonna make them pay for it, you should probably number it for them. That's just my opinion. Anyway, while we're on the subject of fat boys, I've probably said this before, but since 2017, the Fat Boys have lost a lot of attraction to me. I don't like the huge back tire. Now, don't get me wrong. I love the look of it. It looks badass. Unfortunately, in my opinion, it rides like a truck. Any wide tire bikes just don't ride like the way I like them to feel. And the fact that we already had the Breakout, which was a wide back tire, and then they did the Fatboy, another wide back tire, it just doesn't make any damn sense to me. Why, Harley Davidson? Why did you do that to my Fatboy? Anyway, I have no control over that. But I would love to see them go back to a skinnier rear tire for the Harley Davidson Fatboy. I know that'll never happen. But a CVO would be great. The Sportster lineup. I have no idea what they're going to do with the Sportster lineup. I don't know if those bikes are selling at all. I haven't seen any out on the street. I see a couple in the dealerships, but I never see anybody like walking around them, sitting on them. I mean, they're pretty expensive too. Like the Sportster S, you can get a cruiser, the base cruiser model, Softail, for the same price or less than the Sportster S. So, I mean, I don't know. Does the Sportsters, do they even make any sense anymore? They're expensive. They're nothing like the old Sportster, right? I don't know. Do they make any sense? What do you guys think? Do the Sportsters make any sense whatsoever? Should Harley just cut their losses and forget the Sportster exists? Or change it from a Sportster to something new, reduce the price, and come in that direction? I don't know. What do you guys think? And then the Pan America. You guys know that I'm a fan of the Pan America. Like if I were going to buy a new bike today, the Pan America would be something I would be looking at. They did a CVO last year. Rumor has it they're doing an ST this year. My question is, why wouldn't they work on fixing the fuel pump problem first? They notoriously have a fuel pump issue. Like I have seen videos and articles of people replacing 2, 3, 4 fuel pumps on these things every so many miles. Like the fuel pump goes out on them. Instead of an ST, why don't we just... Sorry guys, this gets frustrating for me. Harley Davidson, here's the one thing I would tell you. Instead of new colors and, you know, fancy this and fancy that, why don't you just take the bikes you have, fix the issues with them, and make them the baddest bike in their category? Why? That seems like the simple thing to me. Let's take the Pan America. Let's take everybody's issues with it. Let's fix those issues and let's make the Pan America the best in its class. Let's take the Road Glide and the Street Glide and let's hear what people say. This should be changed or that should be changed, or this is how it compares to our competitors. And then instead of painting in a different color, let's take the money, let's do some R&D, and let's make the baddest mofo in that category possible. That is what will up your sales. That is what will get everybody back in the fold, right? Is if you build the baddest bikes on the planet, everybody will come. I promise. Every single person will come. They will want to own that. The problem is, right now, I don't think you do. I don't think you build the best, baddest product out there, and that's hurting you. Anyway, I could go on about this ramble forever, but stay tuned. Tomorrow we will see what Harley Davidson has to offer for 2025. And I don't know about you, but as of right now, I'm not really excited about it. Let's hope that changes. Anywho, we'll see you guys in the next video. Hope you guys have a great day. And remember, it's not about the destination. It's all about the ride. We'll see ya.